So picture this, me, a bona fide Luddite at heart, willingly handing over the reins of my life to an AI for a whole week. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It sounds like the plot of a Black Mirror episode, and frankly, it felt a bit like that too. But hey, curiosity and a questionable amount of free time can make you do strange things.
The AI, let's call it HAL for dramatic effect, and because I secretly hoped it wouldn't try to lock me out of my apartment, came in the form of an app. It had access to my calendar, contacts, emails, even my pathetic attempts at online shopping. Basically, HAL knew more about me than my therapist and my mother combined, which was both terrifying and oddly comforting.
Now, you're probably wondering why anyone in their right mind would subject themselves to this digital dictatorship. Well, for starters, I'm a sucker for a good experiment, especially one that involves a healthy dose of self-deprecation. Plus, the folks who developed HAL promised me a week of optimized living, whatever that means.
They claimed HAL would learn my preferences, streamline my schedule, and even help me make better decisions. I mean, who wouldn't want to outsource their decision-making to an algorithm, right? Little did I know, better is a very subjective term, especially when you're dealing with an AI that thinks kale smoothies are the breakfast of champions.
The first 2 days were a whirlwind of kale-infused smoothies, 6 a.m. yoga sessions, 6 a.m. people, and enough meditation music to make even the Dalai Lama crave something a little more upbeat. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for a healthy lifestyle in theory, but HAL took it to a whole new level.
It turns out that my usual routine of ordering takeout and binge-watching documentaries about the decline of Western civilization didn't exactly scream health enthusiast to HAL. Who knew? So, there I was, sweating through sun salutations and choking down my weight in leafy greens, all in the name of AI optimization.
As the week progressed, HAL's grip on my life tightened, and not always in a good way. It started innocently enough, with HAL suggesting outfits based on the weather and my schedule. But somewhere along the way, something got lost in translation.
One day I found myself wearing a Hawaiian shirt, plaid pants, and hiking boots to a business meeting. Let's just say my colleagues were both confused and slightly terrified. And the food, oh the food. HAL's idea of a culinary adventure was ordering me a plate of escargots, which, for those who haven't had the pleasure, are basically snails swimming in garlic butter. I'm all for trying new things, but some things are best left untried.
Shocking successes. Despite its best or worst efforts, HAL wasn't a complete disaster. In fact, there were moments when I was genuinely surprised by its insights.
For example, HAL noticed that I tended to avoid phone calls from my mother, which, to be fair, is a perfectly reasonable response to any problem.
But HAL, in its infinite wisdom, suggested that I actually pick up the phone and call her back. And you know what? It turned out to be a really nice conversation.
We talked about the weather, her cat, and shockingly, nothing about my non-existent love life. Who knew AI could be so insightful? Section 6. The AI Hangover, Re-entering the Real World and My Closet.
By the end of the week, I was exhausted, slightly traumatized, but also strangely liberated. Handing over control, even to an AI, had a way of highlighting just how much mental energy we expend on making even the smallest decisions.
Of course, the moment he deactivated HAL, he celebrated by ordering a large pizza and settling in for a night of mindless television.
It was glorious. But as I sifted through the wreckage of my AI-controlled life, the piles of laundry, the half-eaten kale smoothies, the horrifying outfits, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the chaos of human existence.
Section 7. The AI Apocalypse, coming soon to a life near you. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds like a hilarious anecdote, a cautionary tale about the perils of technology, but as I learned the hard way, the line between convenience and control can be terrifyingly thin. We live in a world where algorithms dictate our news feeds, recommend our entertainment, and even tell us who to date. It's easy to laugh off the idea of an AI taking over our lives, but the reality is it's already happening, slowly but surely. Section 8. In Defense of Humanity, Why We Can't Outsource Common Sense. Look, I'm not some tech-phobic dinosaur, okay, maybe I am a little bit, but I firmly believe that there are some things AI will never be able to replicate, like human connection, empathy, and the ability to distinguish a good Hawaiian shirt from a fashion crime. We can't outsource our lives to algorithms, no matter how efficient or optimized they promise to make them, because at the end of the day, it's the imperfections, the spontaneity, the sheer absurdity of being human that makes life worth living. Section 9. The final verdict: AI is a tool, not a tyrant, for now.
So, what did I learn from my week as an AI guinea pig? Well, for starters, I need to hire a new stylist. But more importantly, I realized that AI, like any tool, is only as good as the person wielding it. It can be a powerful force for good, helping us to be more efficient, more informed, and maybe even a little bit healthier.
But we can't let it think for us, feel for us, or God forbid, dress us. The future of technology is in our hands, and it's up to us to ensure that it remains a tool for progress, not a recipe for disaster.
Because the last thing the world needs is an army of AI-controlled fashion victims running around in plaid pants and Hawaiian shirts. Trust me on that one.